Les Silhouettes by Oscar Wilde, 1854 to 1900. The sea is flecked with bars of grey. The dull dead wind is out of tune, and like a withered leaf the moon is blown across the stormy bay. Etched clear upon the pallid sand lies the black boat. A sailor boy clambers aboard in careless joy, with laughing face and gleaming hand. And overhead the curlews cry, where through the dusky upland grass the young brown-throated reapers pass like silhouettes against the sky. Okay, this is a poem by Oscar Wilde. Let's see, Oscar Wilde was an Irish poet, playwright, celebrity. Let's see, I think he's most famous for the picture of Dorian Gray. He's also famous for being arrested as a homosexual and sent to prison. And sadly, he died in France at the age of 45 from meningitis. Okay, so this poem, Les Silhouettes, the silhouettes, the outlines. This poem is a description of a scene. And I get the feeling that he's sitting there or standing there looking on a hill, looking towards a beach, or maybe the sand dunes just above a beach, and he's looking out to at the sea and the sand. And I think it's getting dark. I think night is falling, and it's just a description of this. This is like a little impressionistic picture, but in words. The sea is flecked with bars of grey. So flecked, it's got flecks, it's got little dots, it's got little bars of grey in it, and you can see these little grey lines in the sea. The dull dead wind is out of tune. So there's a wind, but it's very low and it's very dull, and it's not in tune with the scene. It doesn't feel right. The way the wind is blowing or the noise the wind is making. It's not lively enough. And a withered leaf, and like a withered leaf, the moon is blown across the stormy bay. So we have this withered leaf, a leaf that has dried up, so it's autumn, and this leaf, which is which the moon looks like, is being blown across the bay where there is a storm. So there's a storm in the bay, there's a storm in the sea, but the wind where he is quite dull and it doesn't have a lot of life to it. And he sees the moon slowly moving across this bay of storms. Etched clear upon the pallid sand lies the black boat. So clearly the tide has gone out, and drawn, etched, on the white sand, on the clear sand, is a black boat. So we've got this juxtaposition of the pallid white coloured sand and this black boat on the sand. A sailor boy clambers aboard in careless joy, with laughing face and gleaming hand. And a young sailor boy climbs into this boat, and he's he's joyous, and his face is laughing, and clearly his hands are gleaming or shining in what is left of the daylight or the moonlight, depending. I think I get the feeling it's reflecting the shining of the moon. And overhead the curlews cry. This is a bird which is crying. It sounds rather mournful and sad. Where through the dusky uplands the young brown-throated reapers pass like silhouettes against the sky. So they're curlews overhead crying, and through the upland grass, so I guess this is behind him, the mountain going up. It's dusky because the sun is going down. The young brown-throated reapers, these are birds. It's a type of bird with a brown throat, and it's passing. And he can see these birds flying past, but he can just see the silhouettes of them flying. So the sun is going, the light is going, and he can just see silhouettes of these birds going past. And this is it. It's just a beautiful description of what he can see. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Les Silhouettes by Oscar Wilde.